This simulation is on Gizmo, and it is a great little simulation on rounding whole numbers. I teach second grade, and this is very appropriate for second graders. However, you can increase the difficulty of this, and it would be appropriate for older kids as well, or it would be a great way of extending the learning situation for certain kids who are ready for that. There's several different things you can change on it. You can change from rounding to the nearest 10 to the nearest 100. You can make the portion of the number line shown change. You can also make this a hill, which is what I usually do when I teach rounding numbers, and this is a great visual. The other thing you can do is you can make your number line longer, and when you do that and change it to a hill, it always separates to the tens. If you went to the hundreds, it would make that hill go to the nearest hundreds. So there's a lot of great things to this game. One thing that sorry for that noise. One thing I'm not thrilled about with this is there's no great way of resetting when you want to try a new one. So sometimes you just have to click a zoom in or zoom out. So that is one negative to this simulation. You put your numbers on the line. You can put 3 numbers anywhere. And then you can hit the hill. And the numbers slide down the hill to where they would round to. And I do like that they included the numbers that you had originally here in case you forgot. And this is where it's hard to reset a little bit. Now if I went to a different one, it would do that. If I go back to flat, I can start again. Now, one thing I also really like about this, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I'm going to add a number and put it on some of the trickier numbers, or at least one tricky number. So if I now go to my hill, I'll see 2 hills this time, but this number stays at the 5, which is a great way of teaching them what do you do when it's a 5, where do you round it to? And it says nudge midpoints, and you see that it always goes down to the higher number. So this is really a great thing for the kids to do. I would actually have the kids do this and write about what they learned. This I think would be great instead of teaching the concept first, is having them play around with this game and then write down what they learned and write down what is the rule for rounding numbers and have them discover what the rule is. So it actually ties into the writing piece and the language arts as well, and this is a very important skill that's being emphasized a lot, is being able to write about math and write about other subjects and write about your thinking. Another nice thing is they do include a quiz. I was looking over this quiz, and this quiz is more appropriate for older students, but it's actually a very thoughtful quiz, and I like the questions that they ask, just not quite as appropriate for younger students.